Hello, everybody. Chris here, and we've made it to the finale. We are on Jamie's Roots 15. We really hope you guys have enjoyed the series, and it's really helping teachers or students alike. But let's go ahead and jump into our last challenge. So I went ahead and built the track you see on your device. I marked the beginning of the route and the end of the route. I have all our action snaps that we're going to use right here. We're actually going to do something brand new in the very last challenge. We're going to have to share and put multiple commands in the same location. And then I went ahead and added all of the signs to the important locations we'll be visiting on this route. On the schedule, you notice that we're going to have to do two different kinds of stops at the train station. In order to do that, those commands will actually share one of the white action snaps. So that way we can make it do a stop for 2 seconds going one direction. And then when it flips to the other direction, we can actually make it stop for a different amount of time. So I'm going to mark one of the white action snaps there since we know we're going to be visiting that spot. And we need to make sure we visit it first. So we have to plan a way to get there. So we can either come off and do a left turn, or we can do straight. Now, the tricky part with this challenge for students is going to be we don't have any green action snaps, so we don't have any direct way to make it go straight. The only way we're going to be able to do that is by manipulating the alternate path. So the way alternate path works is it always goes straight first at the first trigger, and then the second trigger, it will veer off to the left or right, depending on if it's blue or blue-red. So we're going to mark the second one here because I am going to have to come to the right for that alternate. Since I am alternating at blue, I am going to go right instead. So we're going to start off here. We're going to go straight. We're going to ignore this for right now. In order to not fall off the track, again, we have to use those reverse commands that are very handy that we've come accustomed to so far. And then once we come back this way, again, the train is going to read this command. And since we're going to the next part of alternate, we're going to go off to the right where we can make our first stop for 2 seconds at the train station. So I'm going to mark that one in. We're going to continue on, and we're going to make our next stop in our schedule for 2 seconds at the bus terminal. We're also going to need a reverse so we don't fall off the track later as well. I'm going to mark those in there. Okay, and then now is where students are really going to have to make a decision because we only have red action snaps left. So that basically tells us that I can't keep continuing on this route because I have no way to reverse anymore. So this part of the track is actually going to be kind of like a roadblock. We do not want to come back this way. Otherwise, we're going to literally fall off the track because we have no way to reverse anymore. So I have to force a left here at the split, which also means makes sense because we have to make our way here anyway, because now we have to stop for 5 seconds on the second stop. So now, since we're sharing that white action snap, since the train's coming from this way, it's going to read that 5-second command. Okay, so we're essentially sharing the same location because of this white action snap. I can run 2 different variations of stop. It's very cool, and it kind of gets you motivated for, well, now that Jamie's Roots will be over, what are some cool things we can do after this? Well, this is kind of showcasing sort of next step things that you can be thinking about, actually like sharing a location to do different things. As we come back this way, we're going to hit that reverse again. And then same thing. So we started with straight. We alternated to the right, and now that we are back at this command again, we're going to start off with straight. So we're going to continue on. We're going to mark this off to the left, with our last action snap, and that should put us back at the airport. So that's a lot of commands all at once. So I'm going to do my best to narrate what's happening as Jamy runs around the track in real time. So I'm going to power Jamy on, pair with Bluetooth, and let's see what happens. So our first alternate will go straight, and then as we hit this reverse, we hit our next alternate, which brings us off to the right. We make our first pit stop for passengers, our second stop for passengers. We reverse and go to the left. Now we can make our longer stop to get even more passengers. And now we are ready to trigger straight again at the alternate in order to end up all the way at the airport where we can get everybody to their planes on time. Everybody should see the giant green check mark, and congratulations are in order, guys. It's been some pretty intense challenges. I hope that you guys have seen a lot of success in your classrooms, a lot of joy and excitement of your students finally getting that big green check mark. If you have any questions, please reach out to us. But other than that, we hope you've really enjoyed Jamy's Roots. We hope you check out everything else Intellino has to offer through the website or other apps. If you have any questions, please reach out to us. Other than that, have a wonderful day.